So with International Women's Day just happening, I was inspired to make a top 10 females in fighting games list. And in this list, there's going to be some hot takes I'm going to warn you right now. But I'm going to try to explain quickly and concisely why I love these characters. And that's about it. I don't want to waste your time. Let's get right into the list. Coming in at number 10 is BB Hood from the Darkstalkers series. With her arsenal of weapons, she's already a fun character to play as. Then you had the clear reference to Red Riding Hood, but make her like a profit-seeking hunter. And it's just a recipe for a memorable character. Also, she has this super where you just cry and then dunk them within your tears. So I don't know, how can you not love that, right? Now, the next one might be a hot take, but I have to go with Hanako from the Dead or Alive series. A schoolgirl who doesn't even know her father's the main villain because she was raised by her grandma to be like a sweet schoolgirl is already an interesting background. Then you have the fact that she practically has the Sharingan and some mysterious powers which I still don't even understand. And it just continues to add why I like her as a character. When it comes to the actual Dead or Alive game, she has some of the most impactful hits I've seen, and it's just really, really satisfying to play her, and all around just a good time. Coming in at number 8 is Catalina from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. To me, she's pretty much just a female version of Kai Kisk from the Guilty Gear series, but her kit still is true. She's a great all-arounder with some great pokes. And then her supers are fantastic beyond belief. They're gorgeous. And she's just a solid pick with actually a pretty cool backstory. Now, there might be some outrage about putting this character so low on the list. But it's going to be going to Mai from the Fatal Fury series. Admittedly, I didn't know she was a Fatal Fury character until I started playing King of Fighters. And also Dead or Alive as the guest character slot. I do know her legacy, and I understand how valuable she is as a fighting game character, and just for those reasons, along with how much fun I have playing her, and obviously she's one of the more physically appealing characters out there, she has to make the list. She deserves it in every single way. At number 6, I have to give someone from Dragon Ball FighterZ in this list just because I play so much of it. And I'll give that to Videl. I did debate with adding Android 18, but Videl's just a little more fun. She gets the calling Great Saiyaman, but it's more about her as a character. She has that weird bob and weave dodge. And I just like the more aggressive playstyle she brings and her kind of personality. I've always liked Videl, but I will say, if you're using short-haired Videl, you're in the wrong and there's something wrong with you. Try her out. I know she's not the greatest character, but she still is fun. So please, give her a shot. Now, I can't even begin to make a top 10 fighting game list and not include Morrigan. And this is my one exception. I'm gonna say I'm counting her for the Marvel vs. Capcom series, even though I know she's from Darkstalkers. I'm sure y'all can forgive that, right? Do I need to say anything really about Morrigan? She's a succubus who gets like reincarnated as another character named Lilith, from what I understand. She's top tier in MVC3, and you know, she's been done dirty with having the same sprite used in almost every single sprite-based fighting game she's in. But still to this day, her air dash is still fun, her moves are fun, and there's nothing I can even pinpoint that I don't like about her. Morrigan is an instant classic in the fighting game community, and that's all I gotta say about that one. At number 4, this is a personal nostalgic pick for me, and that's gonna be Tatum, or Tatum, however you want to pronounce it, from the Soul Calibur series. When I first started playing fighting games, she was the one I gravitated towards. There's just something about a young girl beating you up with like wind-based attacks and some tonfas. That was just always fun to me. Her like front flip into like bashing you in the head was fun, and then she has this really cool Superman punch I just fell in love with because I could get like ring outs all the time. I know that that's not going to be the greatest pick for everyone, but for me, Tatum has to go number 4 for sheer nostalgic reasons. Coming in at number 3, I'm gonna have to give it to Sakura, or Sakura, from the Street Fighter series. There's just something about some schoolgirl that's trying to learn martial arts. And you can tell there's so much influence from Ryu, but she has like a more clumsy, kind of aggressive play style to it, and that's just where I like to play anyway. So she just meshes very well with how I want to play a fighting game, and her character design is great. I don't think anyone really hates her. I might be out of the loop on that one, but yeah, Sakura, number 3. And number 2, you know, Skullgirls has to make the list. And obviously you could pick the whole entire roster to make this top 10, but I'm gonna have to go with Cerebella. Now, normally I don't play a lot of grapplers, but Cerebella is easily the exception. She has just a fun, like, kit all around. Her personality is amazing in terms of, like, she borderline just shit talks the whole entire time. And her story mode, if you play through that, it's so messed up. I feel so bad for her. At the end of the day, it's just fun to grab someone and throw them all around with like your weird demon hat thing. I don't even know what that is, but it's great. Cerebella, try her out if you haven't. Even if you've never played a grappler, you'll have a great time. Now, before we get to the number 1 pick, which some of you guys should know by now, I want to give some quick honorable mentions. Rapid fire. Those would be Pikachu Libre from Pokken Tournament, Hild from the Soul Calibur series, Miss Fortune from Skullgirls as well, May from Guilty Gear, X23 from MVC, and Mortal Kombat didn't make this list, but I'm going to give an honorable mention to Jackie Briggs as well. There's plenty of others I'm sure I missed. I know there's going to be some people that want Ivy and Taki and any other well-endowed character, if you know what I'm saying. But with that said, let's get into number 1. I am a Biken main through and through. Originally, I had a really hard time playing her in Rev 2 until I went to Strive, learned her kit there, and then went back. She's just fun. She is intimidating. Her lore is amazing. She was originally a boss fight turned into a character, and she just has the tatami mat, Yotansen, like instant tiger knee pretty much with an overhead. I can't think of a single thing I dislike about Biken. The 1 frame parry is like instantly makes her number 1. That skill check or reaction check is just fantastic for me. But I'm sure other people love Biken for other reasons, which don't get me wrong, I like her for those reasons too. But admittedly, I do like her way more for her actual gameplay. I promise I'm not lying. But with that said, that's my top 10 fighting game list, females in fighting games. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm sure you're going to have a completely different list. I know Chun-Li didn't even make it. There's 1,000 other people I could have chose. So let me down in the comments who you'd pick, what your top 10 is, or why you think my list is bad. Either way, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.